So looking back into a little bit more longer form content like I used to with the old business, upper day today, trying to pair that with upper lower push pull or upper lower over the space of the week. Running twice a week and jiu-jitsu once, trying to get to twice whilst I figure out this fucking hip scenario. Warm up is banded face pull, 12 to 15, superset with an isometric in rotator cuff movement. So position through there. Basically just trying to get as much blood pumping through the rear delts as I can. Because I'm mainly pressing weight today, I'm looking at the whole shoulder being warm rather than just trying to warm up the muscle. I'm trying to get the delt and the delt itself as a whole mobile and working. And that gets paired with an isometric rotator cuff movement, so I'll effectively look in terms of holding a position. So I'll bring it out, hold it at the position I want, and resist the force through there. So I'm actually working at making sure that when I go and do my pressing, I can control that movement a lot better than I originally can when I'm just flying it through. About 10 seconds and then working through. Because I'm naturally just an idiot, I keep forgetting to turn the receiver on my microphone, so it's great news. First movement of the day, main compound is heavy incline, but I make it a flat incline with a slight positional change. I've gone 1 plate aside, 8 reps, 2 plates aside, 8 reps, and I'll look at it in terms of setting up now, in terms of I will lift this starting position, I don't start as low, so I'll basically just go for a quick lift and pop under. It's basically just a yoga block that I'm cutting off and I'll leave in the gym. It's like from some £8 one. Cut it in half, pop it under, and your starting position isn't as low. Goal is to try and beat 62.5 aside for 5, which is a long-term one. I want to try and get to at least 4 plates on this. It's like my warm-ups have been adjusted accordingly to make sure that I'm not burning out too quickly on my first ones when strength's a big priority on it. So I can pick accordingly in terms of my battles, in terms of am I running volume or am I running strength and stimulus, etc. So I think everything's working the way it should be, so we can work through. So instead of starting super low, I can be here and there, so slight arc in the back, and then as I go through, everything's a lot smoother. So now I will set myself, I always go about a thumb away from the edge, to be there, seated position, and the goal is 4 reps just to make sure that I can actually go through this nice and easily and nothing niggling me in the shoulder. I'll use that as like a feeder set to make sure everything feels good in the shoulder, and then I can go for my personal best set. If I'm ever in between sets and I'm feeling a bit shitty in the shoulder blades for retracting and for the press, I can knock in a warm-up movement and basically just go through a banded row. So I can actually move through a full position. So I'm going through there to there, and I'll just use it and set it up in the machine next to me. So it's super easy to do, but I'll grab with a fair degree of tension as I run through. I've looked over the room and Beck's having a face on her for doing a set. So round, and then as I'm coming through, I'll round, unround, retract, and row. So I'm basically trying to get the body as mobile as possible through here. So I know that the shoulder blades will want to open up when I come to use them properly. Bosh. And then I can jump in now, and hopefully this set will go alright after my feeder set. So this is 62.5 side, and basically just work to feed up from there, and you've probably got the best view in the house to do it, or see it. 6 is the goal. Well, I think it'll be a 5 again. Matched. Might have been the grindiest rep I've ever done, but we got there. One up. Movement 2 today is pull-ups. I'm still trying to work in terms of getting past 20 kilos aside. Might be a struggle with the microphone today, so might have to just do a talk in between or voiceover. Goal is 6 rounds of 4, progressively do 1 warm-up, see how the shoulders feel, and then effectively just keep the same consistency and tempo all the way through. If it starts to drop off at like 2 or 3 reps in, and I know I'm not at the weight I want to get consistent reps over just struggling reps, because it's not going to build that consistency that I want in terms of power up over time as well. So. I think I struggle bust one on that last set, it's fucked me back up. But, so transitioning over, so weighted sets now. Look in terms of a belt, but I'll typically run it through. Hopefully you can see from there. But I'll go through, take that little clip through the loop, and then go through the plate on the second round back. So everything's catching correctly there. This could be tight on the microphone, but we'll see how we do. Yeah, that work. So the goal is to get 4 consistent reps on this one. Nice. I think we're still in. Yeah, we're still there. So we'll work through 4 more rounds of 4. Keep that, and if I'm still feeling fresh by the end, I know next week I can push it up to 17.5 or 20 and go forward from there. Still going to try and keep this in as fresh as possible, but I'll look at it in terms of agonist antagonist work between I've got my pressing work and then I've got my pulling work. Naturally I can go shoulder press and lat pull up, or pull up or lat pull down to be opposing and opposing. But I'm going today where my 2 strongest positions are for me personally. I'm stronger on a pull up than I feel stronger on a pull up than I do with a row. So we'll just move away through there and progress, and then I can go shoulder press and cable row on a day where I've got less weight going in, as I've got a run tonight as well.
We just stopped the score today, yeah, we just dropped 2 more today. We do this shit like it's ordinary, I swear I can't wish for some more bird. Hold on, what's that? Rush it, I tried to score, but that shit was a touchback. Spirit block, turn that nigga to a touchback. Yeah, they glisten, but they ain't bustin'. All right down this track, we niggas shit is super like magic. Just a little with the bag of shit.
People go in like 3 times 10 all the time and they can't progress because they'll probably get to about, they'll get 10 reps, then they'll get 8 reps, and they'll get 7 reps. So by the time they've actually gone through it all, they get poor quality reps, where I'm looking now, my shorter rest, in my shorter sets mean more rest, better quality reps, better adaptation. I'm not feeling as fucked, so I can train consistently more over the space of a week and then progress long term from there, so all plays a part. Last one. It's literally just getting it done now. I'll get so long with pull-ups and I'm just like, the struggle will start to kick in, so I kind of don't like them as much. So now I can set myself a position here. Normal set, normal 4, last one. Job's a good one. Job's done. Nice. on a flat bench. So I'm basically just set in a position where I've got to focus a little bit more in terms of core control and stability over the whole body rather than just the press itself. 30 kilos. The more I spread out my weight, the easier it is. The closer I set in, the harder it becomes just to stabilise. Pressing is like the last thing you actually focus on for it. So once you set in, I'm not looking at effort over the day, I'm looking at short bouts where I can challenge the body fully and then basically just move on quite quickly. I can adjust accordingly with the body just to suit where I'm stronger and weaker, because my right is my weaker, so I can use more external support to do the movement. Third and final on this, 35, goal is 6 aside, trying to stay as tight as I can, midsection wise, torso, and rock and roll through there really, but I always need to stabilise with 2 before I go and press with 1. So kick and then stabilise and then go. That's so good. Gym's gone busy as shit. Last one of the day is a curl variation on the back of the preacher, so we're going straight arm hammer curl. Resting in position. I don't need to worry anything about my body position. Nah. Taking a slight bit towards the end as I've started to fatigue through the brachioradialis at the top of my arm, so I'll switch into a normal curl, but I'll start hammer and then transition up. Last one of the day before a run tonight, post PTs, chaos Pallof press. So Pallof press is essentially just pressing straight with a resistance that wants to take you back to basically where it origin is. You can do it cable or band. I'm going chaos by basically adding that plate in the middle, so you'll see how reactive that is. What I'm effectively trying to do is push my knuckles forward from there without going there. So position here, there. So I'm resisting through core strength to be able to turn back through that position. So from there, there. switcheroo.